Hey everybody, Ira Miller here, Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel, Monday Night Live. And we have some really good guests here online with us. Jerry Bell, how you doing, Jerry? I hope you put a house under someone's tree this year. Well, guess what? Christmas, right around between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's really slow around here. So this is a time for me to kind of regroup and, get a little bit of breathing room, little time off. And so it's like this every year. It's expected. So this is kind of the calm before the storm, actually. So, yeah, what I did was my last sale last week was a for sale by owner. So that was interesting. I'll give you a little story, a little behind the scenes. I'm talking to somebody from Barbados on my chat here. So maybe he'll join us. Maybe we'll see David here. Once you did not forget me. I didn't forget him. All right, anyways. How we doing, Christian?
Pretty good. 21 people at the moment.
Oh, good. All right. I only saw a few people on the chat, so I was a little afraid to get going too early. But,
Let me just check something real quick.
hey, you can't be on camera. Like he's sweating whenever he gets on camera.
It's all these lights.
All right, bear with us if you will. We're just getting some technical issues resolved. We good?
I gotta wait like 15 seconds.
We got a 15-second delay? Wow. All right, anyways, let's go through the list here. Jerry Bell. Yes, sir. How you doing? Hey, Kevin. I got some pictures from Kevin. Kevin, are we going to show pictures tonight? Some of the latest and the greatest? Like we show most every week. Are we good with that, Kevin? Let's see. Where'd you go, Kevin? There you are. Merry Christmas, Ira from Geo, my buddy Geo. All right, cool. There's Geo, everybody. Cute kid. That's my biggest fan there, I think. And Kevin and Geo, you're YouTube stars now. I think Kevin is eat up with that grandchild of his. Baby Geo in the house. That's right. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you for sending those pictures. Always love sharing them. We get to watch him grow up just as you are. And then maybe he'll be a YouTube star one day. Anyways, okay, so happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. This is our show before Christmas. So we'll just get that out there. Stuart Miller, happy holidays to you, too. Stuart's going to be a new On Top of the World resident here in the not-too-distant future. Merry Christmas, Sue. Thank you very much for that. And Lori Wise is in the house. Cindy G, Merry Christmas. Oh. Let me tell you, well, so Jerry says it's 37 in Ohio. Well, I guess cold is kind of relative, right? Because what you might be used to up there, up north in Ohio, it was 62 degrees here. I think it got up as high as 63 today, and that was it.
That's what it is currently.
63 or 62?
63 at the moment, yep.
Well, okay. My car said 62 when I pulled up. It was going back and forth. So that's what we are. We're freezing to death here. I just had this light shirt on today, but I was thinking as soon as the sun went down, it's time to get a jacket on. All right. 27. Oh my gosh. So Bertie, what's the temperature in Minnesota? Hey, there's my little girlfriend Dana Rabin. How are you, Dana? Thanks for joining tonight. I haven't seen you in forever. Tell your mama that she needs to get us together so we could have lunch one day, okay? Let's see, is this the last show of the year?
Because you'll be on vacation.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about that. That's right. So I am on vacation. So I was talking about the slack period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I always take vacation the week after Christmas. So I'll be out. So I think our next will be, what is it?
Will you be back January 3rd?
January 3rd. Yeah, January 3rd it looks like. So, anyways, my little friend Dana Rabin, love your little smiley faces there. And yes, I haven't seen Dana probably in a couple of years, and I am sure, girlfriend, you have really grown since the last time I saw you. So make sure your mama brings you around the office sometime so we can say, hey, okay? Tell mommy to bring you by the office. All right. Oh my gosh, it's 5 degrees below in Minnesota. We can't even relate to that kind of temperature. Hey, I've seen it 27 here in Florida, 37 here in Florida. We've never seen 5 below here in Florida. We absolutely don't know what that's all about. So I'm reading what Kevin has to say. 5 below. It's 5 below. Oh, that's with the wind chill. Okay. And so my friend Dana says, yeah, it's been like 4 years. It sure seems that way. Yeah, you tell her to call me sometime, okay? All right. So anyways, let's talk a little business. I want to talk about a for sale by owner I did last week. So what happened was I was showing some people some property, some homes in Del Webb, Spruce Creek. So Del Webb, Spruce Creek is about 5 miles up the road from Spanish Springs here in the Villages. And so we're looking for homes. Now, I just did a video, and hopefully y'all watched my latest video. We put that out there about how we can help you in today's market. Actually, the video says worst real estate market ever. And really that is kind of true. It is true because back in 2005, in that height of that market, we had I don't know, I was kind of not even living in the real world, I guess, because I was working for the Villages at the time. And I know our inventory went really low there for a while in 2005. But it just seems like there's no end in sight to this real estate market. And it's pretty bad when you can say in this kind of sales environment, in this kind of real estate selling environment that you say is the worst real estate market ever. But it's kind of true because we have no inventory. There's no inventory really out there to speak of. And so how do we get around that? And in that video that I did, I said we get around it by putting you on our home search, which is what we call auto email. We've touched base. We've touched base on that before, right? Haven't we brought that up on our MLS? Mm-hmm. Where we can set you up on an automated email system where as soon as we get a listing in our MLS, you'll get generated an email. And then we need to act. We have to jump on that. We have to act. And if you're here, great. If you're not here, that's okay too, because we can go out and we can shoot videos for you and see if that home, and I can critique it as I shoot the video, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen. And then I'll send you that video. Now, if you're one of those people that say, absolutely no way can I buy a home only through a video, I get it. I've sold a lot of homes, like especially last year during the pandemic when everybody was locked down. I sold a lot of homes last year just through videos. But, you know, there are still a lot of people out there that say, hey, I can't, there's no way I can buy a home just through a video. But what that video can do also is help you decide if that is a home you might want to shoot down here for to take a look at. So what we have to do is we will have to make, you know, we'll have to go ahead and draw up a contract and get the ball rolling that way in the process of time in which you'll be coming down here to physically look at it and approve it. But we could always put a contingency in there that says this home's contingent upon the buyer viewing the home and approving the home in person. So that's one way to get around that. But going back to the for sale by owner, we were driving through Del Webb Spruce Creek and showed a house, and it was $319, and it was just horrible. It was just in horrible condition. So we're like, okay, well, all right, we saw it. Next, we actually saw a beautiful home, a beautiful, beautiful home in Stonecrest, which is only about 1.5 miles from Spanish Springs. So we saw this beautiful home in Stonecrest, but then we went down to Del Webb Spruce Creek, and my customers fell in love with Del Webb Spruce Creek. So they really loved the community better there than they did Stonecrest. And they're like, oh man, I wish we had that home in Stonecrest here in Spruce Creek. Well, we just happened to have just been looking at the amenities, and I made a right on Del Webb Boulevard, and I was going to go show them where the recreation center was. And one of the people said, oh, hey, there's a for sale by owner back there. I'm like, really? So we spun a U-ey, went around, looked at the home, got the telephone number for the seller, and we called her. I called her up. Her name was Linda. I said, hey, Linda, my name's Ira Miller. I'm a real estate agent, and I have some people who are interested in your home. And she's like, oh, you do? Okay. How interested are they? I said, well, we're actually in the car in front of the house. We'd really like to get in to see it. So I think she's a little skeptical because a lot of real estate agents use that line with for sale by owner people just to get their foot in the door. They say they have a buyer just to be able to get in and meet the seller and then say, you know, hey, when do you think you might, you know, decide to just go ahead and list the home? You know, they're trying to get the listing. So I think that she thought that I was she told me she had like 30 realtors call her. and all wanting to list the house. But anyways, I had the buyer. I made arrangements to show it the next day. I showed it. My people loved it. We're going to make a few modifications to it. We want to turn the dining room into a flex room. So we talked about that because, I'm a contractor. So we talked all about how we can go ahead and get that done. So done deal. I made arrangements to where she would pay me a commission, and it was a win-win for all parties, for me, for my buyers, for the seller. I'm doing the contract. We're getting the whole thing done, and so that's what you have to do in this market. You have to really get creative, and even for sale by owners, so many people are seeing how fast homes are selling on the market that that's the road we have to go down. Now, where do you find for sale by owners? Zillow is a great place to find for sale by owners. So you just go to Zillow.com and then you click on buyer, and then a whole menu drops down and you look under for sale by owner and see if there's anything out there. There's a world of inventory in your for sale by owner page in Zillow. So check that out. And if you see a home that you think you're interested in, call me. I'll go do a video, right? Gives me the opportunity to go out there, meet the seller, go do a video, send it to you, and hopefully we can make that home history and make it yours. So anyways, we really have to get creative in this market. All right, let's see. So let me go through here, just make sure I am not, let me get rid of this. Okay, I'm not missing out on anybody. So I said hi to Sue, I said hi to Jerry. Kevin, we showed Geo to everybody. Birdie is freezing up there in 5 below in Minnesota. Stuart, we talked about his home in on top of the world. And I just want to say, Elaine, hello, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you people coming every other week and joining us. I really love doing this, and I love talking to you guys. And I appreciate the audience that I have coming back and seeing me. And Jacqueline, always, Jacqueline, I wouldn't cheat on you. But Jacqueline, she's really one of my biggest fans, and I appreciate you being here every week as well, Jacqueline. And so Ricky P. Hello, Ira. We met last week. Christine and I enjoyed our trip to the villages. Thanks for seeing us, and thank you for coming in and seeing me as well. So we had our little chat that I usually have with folks in our conference room. Look at the inventory. Again, if there's no inventory, which chances are there isn't a home out there, don't fret, because there's homes every single day hitting the market. I'm sure we can find one for you, and I'm sure we can negotiate a sale and get that home for you. So please, what I'm saying too is, please don't get frustrated. The homes are out there. The homes are coming. Just because there might not be anything in inventory today doesn't mean there's nothing that's going to come on the market tonight. That's usually when homes get listed, is when the realtor gets time after their busy day to enter that listing. So a lot of them come in at night. So don't get frustrated, and don't get desperate. That's the best thing I can tell you. If you're looking for a home, don't get frustrated, don't get desperate. Now, I have 3 assistants, excuse me, Right now I have 3 assistants. I have Christian, Paige is back, and then Paige is training Blakely. So we are staffed and ready to go, excuse me, to give you the ultimate customer service. Excuse me here, let me get a drink of this. Oh, wow. It's blue, though. All right, so me and baby Gio are ready to play pickleball. I see that. And I talked to my little girlfriend, Dana. So, Dana, thank you for coming on. I don't know if she's still on or if her mom kicked her off the channel. But you come back every week, Dana, okay? This way.
Other week.
Sorry, Dana. Every other week. And bring your sister Brooke, too. Maybe, if you want to. But you're the bomb. Anyways, I'm digressing here a little bit. Have I worked with reverse mortgages? I have, actually. So there's different programs on what you can do with a reverse mortgage. So different lenders have different rules, and but I have worked with reverse mortgages before. So, just know that, you're going to be underwater at some point in time with your home. And Roost Star, love your YouTube videos, Ira. Are people really paying for these homes that have appreciated 75% in 2 years? I just looked at a home on Zillow that virtually doubled. I know, it's crazy because I went out to Marsh Bend in the Villages, and that's, down there in the newest area down south. And it was a 2019 home. I believe I saw he paid $229 for the home, and that was last year. And today it was worth $349, $120,000 more in 1 year. I don't know what the percentage of that is, but that is pretty crazy, okay? That's pretty crazy. Now, just know. So let's put this all, let's just put this all in, let's make this all, put it all in relation, because here's the thing. If you sell high, you'll buy high, right? So you have to understand that. That's just the way the markets work. Unless you own 2 homes, you sell one high, go to the other one, kind of hang out. But what goes up will come down. Now, how much will it come down? It's anybody's guess. Right now, we know that builders are really paying a lot for the supplies to build new homes. New homes pretty much drive the market, believe it or not. It's not so much the pre-owned homes. So whatever the new homes are kind of going for, pre-owned homes have to compete against new homes. But if the new home builders are paying a lot more for a home, it's not too likely that it's going to go down all that much. What happened back in 06 and 07 and then all the way down to 12, 13, 14, 2015 were the foreclosures. So we don't really see the foreclosures being a real issue, and really increasing the supply of pre-owned homes. We don't see that dynamic going on now in this market. So what's really going to make this market change around? Here I did hear too that the Fed is supposed to raise rates 3 times next year. Now, hopefully they don't get too crazy. They're saying they're only going to go up a 1/4 point each time. So that'll affect interest rates a little bit. It might make people, a little jumpy, a little antsy. and kind of even make the market even worse than what it already is. So, with that said, that's not helping. That they're going to be raising the rates and creating more of an urgency for somebody to buy a home sooner than later. So that could be a bit of a problem. So I just don't see this market turning around anytime soon because of supply and demand. And if builders can't get the supplies and they can't build the homes, then it's just going to be that pent-up demand and keep everything shored up the way it is. So hopefully, Roostar, that answered a little bit of your, I don't know about 75%, but $120,000 in a year is pretty good, is a pretty good jump. Wrestler Mania, yes, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. A Merry Christmas to you too. Appreciate that a whole lot. Thank you. And then Jerry Bell, he's trying to talk to you, Wrestler. Happy holidays from Mushkipatomas. Mushkopatomas. There we go. How's that? Mushkopatomas. Happy holidays. I live and love the villages, yes, but I have friends that can't afford the villages. Which other 55 plus community would you recommend? Most amenities, nice homes. Most people are paying cash right now. Yes, they are. Won't affect the villages as many are paying cash instead of taking a mortgage. And then Elaine says, I agree, most paying cash. I will need to rent in Florida when house sold and then house hunt. Well, Elaine, I don't imagine you're going to have much of a problem with selling your home wherever you are. It just seems like that homes are selling everywhere. Again, why? Because new home developers, new home builders can't keep up with the demand. And so that's always been what has supplemented the real estate market are the new homes. All right. But back to Mushkopatomas. Which other 55 plus community would you recommend? Most amenities, nice homes, question mark. Brian T says plantation at Leesburg. So, I find that with the most amenities and the nicest homes would be on top of the world. I would say if you put all of those into context. I was out today with some folks. I met some people this morning. They were staying in Ocala, and I picked them up. And the first place we went to was Ocala Preserve, which used to be called Trilogy of Ocala. So as you may or may not know, the Trilogy brand is with Shea Homes. Shea Homes are a national builder. But Shea Homes sold out some of their property before this crazy market hit to D.R. Horton. So then they changed the name from Trilogy to Ocala Preserve. So we went out to Ocala Preserve today and started out there, went and looked at Ocala Preserve. Now, here's the deal with Ocala Preserve. Ocala Preserve, and I think did we do a video about Trilogy?
Yes, we did. You had the information
Okay.
from Trilogy, yep.
So I think we did Christian's telling me we did do a video. I know I did a drone out there, a drone shoot. But anyways, excuse me. I'm gonna kind of describe Ocala Preserve / Trilogy, and it was even called Ashley Farms in the very beginning. I'm going to describe it as a private country club community environment. And that's exactly what I feel like it provides. It's just like moving to a private country club. Beautiful, gorgeous golf courses. They're just greener than green. A 5-star restaurant. Resort style pool. I mean, this is just top of the line. They don't have the structured amenities like you have at, here you go. They don't have the structured amenities that they have at like the Villages or even on Top of the World. But if you're looking for something like, again, I would describe as a private country club setting, Ocala Preserve. If you're looking for something I'm going to describe as resort style living, so it's like, any resort you might go and stay at, beautiful pool with a big shade and lounge chairs and just a really nice indoor pool, sauna, steam room, hot tubs, workout facilities, top of the line workout facilities. If you're looking for something like that, that would be Del Webb Stone Creek. And then if you're looking for something that has something that competes against or with the Villages in price and amenities and activities and shopping, golf cart accessibility, that would be on Top of the World. So again, it all depends on what you're looking for. On Top of the World has like 7 swimming pools, I think. I think there's like 10,000 residents in On Top of the World. Or maybe there's 10,000 homes. I'm sorry, not residents, 10,000 homes. And but they have beautiful rec centers, 7 swimming pools. They have 3 golf courses. They have a country club, restaurant, and you can go shopping again from there. So there you go. I don't want to dwell on Top of the World too much because there's other communities and there's the Villages. So that's the 3 that I showed my morning appointment. Then I had an afternoon appointment. Now, I met my morning appointment in Ocala. They stayed right off the interstate because I knew we were going to kind of stay looking at those communities there in Ocala. So I met some folks here this afternoon, my 2 o'clock appointment, and they're staying in the Villages. So I left Ocala, came over here to my office in the Villages, met these folks, and they said pretty much the opposite of what the other people said, because the other people came over here yesterday to the Villages, looked around before I got with them. Then I showed them the other 3 communities, and they go, oh, you know what? We really like all the people that are there. We like all the hustle and bustle. We like all the excitement. We like everything about, the Villages. Great. And so that's for you. But we really appreciate you showing us, Ira, these other communities, because now we know that the Villages is really where we want to be. Fine. These other people, my afternoon appointment, were exact opposite. It couldn't have been more opposite. I met these people in the Villages, and I drove them down to Ocala. And we looked at Del Webb Stone Creek. We looked at On Top of the World. We didn't go to Ocala Preserve because I knew they weren't in that price range or they weren't looking for that kind of a community. So, but they fell in love with Del Webb Stone Creek. But they really liked the activities and the lifestyle of On Top of the World. So they felt like the villages were too busy and too crowded and too many people. And so they were exactly the opposite of my morning appointment. So anyways, to each their own. And that's my point for Mashkopatomas. Anyways, Brian's Mulberry Grove Loop. Cool. Brian T. said there's a house across the street from him. What community is that, Brian? Oops. He's not talking to me. Anyways, I was just going through my my chat feed, making sure that I haven't missed anybody. Let's see. Oh, Brian lives in Plantation. Cool. Well, let's talk about the plantation then, because here's the thing with the plantation. I love the plantation at Leesburg myself as well, and I've done a video on that. They have 3 rec center areas. They have this huge building that looks like a plantation, big giant columns, auditorium inside. On the back side of it, they have this awesome swimming pool, kind of a waterfall, kind of cascades down off of this stone waterfall area into the pool. It's beautiful. They have pickleball, they have tennis, they have the softball field, and that's just the first rec center. Then they have another one around the corner, and all the names escape me right now. But the second one has a wonderful pool as well. They have a little fitness center inside there. And then they have a third one over towards the back of the plantation. Now, here's the thing about the plantation. You can go out the back gate of the plantation at Leesburg and get over to the new area of the villages in maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. It's probably, Brian can probably say maybe 10 minutes. So that's cool. So very good location if you want to get over to the new area of the villages fairly quickly. Also, you don't have to get on Highway 27 and get on that all the traffic on that side. So I like that. I like the rec centers. Best of all, Brian, you want to tell them what the amenity fee is, what the HOA fee is there? I believe it's $110. Brian will tell us. $110. It might have gone up to $115 by now. I don't know, but oh my gosh, for all you get in the plantation for this HOA, and they have a golf course. They have a little bar and grill in there. I've eaten in there before. It's cool. It's great. I mean, so. And here's one more thing. 105, 110. Yeah. So I think Brian, it was 105, and I believe it went up to 110 in the last 6 months or so. But and here's the final thing I'll say about the really great thing about the plantation. It is very close to Orlando. Actually, so it's real close. You go down 27, probably 10 minutes, you're on the turnpike, and you're on your way to Orlando. And so it's extremely close to Disney World, Universal, downtown Orlando, Church Street Station, the Mall of Millennia. It's the convenience of that community to Orlando is fabulous. The HOA fee is fabulous. So yeah, I'll talk up the plantation every day. So you won't find any new homes in the plantation, right? I think 2008 might have been the last time or when they built out. So that's the only downside is if you're looking for a newer home, you won't find, they have some beautiful homes in there, don't get me wrong, but yeah, so newest are about 2005 to 2008. So thank you, Brian, appreciate that. But yeah, there's all kind of great things about the plantation for sure. And like I said, most of all, it's easy on the wallet to live there. All right, so 320K, that is, and that's up there for the plantation, really. Now, Mary is asking me, Ira, what can you say about Oak Run? Is it outdated? What I'll say about Oak Run is they started in the 80s. I think 1985 is when Oak Run started. So 95, 05, 15. So it's about 35 years old. And the last home that was new, that was built there, I believe is 2008. Maybe 2007. Somewhere around there. But, so is it outdated? Well, again, the buildings are 35 years old. The clubhouse is 35 years old, you know. So they've done a good job keeping them up. They're looking good. But it's a 35-old community, and it's big. So you're kind of, there's price ranges all over the place in Oak Run. And so a lot of people who want to be under 300,000 today are probably, and looking in the Ocala area, are probably going to be in Oak Run. So there are some nice homes in there, but it's all, again, relative to what you want to pay for a home. But they do have a lot of amenities in there. So thank you for that question, Mary. I appreciate it. Let's see. I want to give a shout out to, all right, let me just do a little disclaimer here. First of all, I'm not looking for anybody to give me anything, okay? I'm just never asked for anything, don't expect anything. And then last week, I get a call from Paige, and she goes, Ira, you've got all kind of goodies over here. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, somebody sent you all kind of really nice stuff to eat. So I got a whole canister of this dark chocolate caramel cookie popcorn and butter toffee popcorn and Ghirardelli holiday assortments. And last but not least, the Lindor chocolates. And so I thought that was awesome. I want to thank Joe. Joe, I don't know if you're watching. I'm not going to use your last name because I didn't get permission to use your last name, but Joe knows who he is, and I just wanted to take this opportunity. I called Joe, got his voicemail message, left a message, but I wanted to take this opportunity to thank Joe, personally myself, on this YouTube channel for sending me all this cool stuff, man. Because let me tell you something. I run all day long, just like I kind of mentioned. I had a morning appointment. I usually go off of protein shakes. That keeps me going. This is another little secret weapon that I won't even tell you what's in there. But
I can't even see it.
oh, they can't see it. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. That's the green screen technology. Even though it's blue, I guess the camera's picking it up as green. Anyways, so I want to thank you, Joe, so much for providing that to me. That's awesome. And it was a big surprise. Like I said, I don't expect. I've had some other people a couple weeks ago, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, brought some donuts. It was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, about from Donut King.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's not expected. And so I'm not doing that. I'm just wanting to thank Joe. Hopefully he's watching, because I know he's a big fan of the YouTube channel. And so even if he's not on now, we do put this on
It goes live.
on the channel. Well, not live, but
Recorded that.
all right. So listen, Brian, you done retracted all the stuff. Anyways, I want to thank you for sharing that, Brian. I am a big fan of the plantation. Like I said, it offers so much for so little. That's a great place. All right, so what's the price range for a What is the price range for a 3-2 home in Ocala Preserve? I don't know.
Should we pull it up?
Well, can I pull it up?
Yeah. Just
Go to Chrome,
yep. Hit that other tab.
this one.
Yep. And then just hit the new button. There you go. I'm gonna switch over.
We will get that information for you as we speak here. We'll jump on my MLS. And the secret password. Let's see. Okay. So, hopefully, it's under Ocala Preserve. It should be. Search. Residential. Quick. Do a quick search, and we'll take out the villages, and we're going to put in Ocala Preserve. 6 matches. So look down here on the bottom, everybody, where it says 6 matches. I'm actually going to do some pending too for you. So it looks like 6 homes sold or went under contract, not sold, but went under contract in the last 30 days. It says 180, but most homes, when they go pending, are within the last 30 days. And then here's some homes sold in the last 60 days. So let's check this out. See what comes up. All right, so in this line here, active, pending, solds. And these are all, like I said, all sold within the last 60 days. So look at all these ones at the far right where it says cash. So there's Cash, 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 cash. Right, and then couple conventional. But anyways, price ranges from, all right, so from 334.9 to 498. Here's one for 480. So I guess they're all under 5. And square footage we're looking at. So here's one for 2000, 1898. Here's one, 2290. That's a 2015 home. So there you go. There's a home in Ocala Preserve with a 2-car and a golf cart garage. That's pretty cool. It has hardy board siding, which is that cementuous siding. Big, huge backyard. And a little look at the kitchen, open kitchen. You have either granite or quartz. Look at that modern looking exhaust vent. Beautiful appliances, plantation shutters, crown molding. So this is what you can get. Gorgeous home. '73 pictures. I am not going to go through, look down here, I am not going to go through 73 pictures. Who knows? Maybe if, I'll go the other way, because maybe they'll give you some pictures of the amenities of that community. Yeah, so there's a picture of the golf course there. Gorgeous, like I told you, golf course. There's some of your tennis courts. That's a lap pool over here. Pickleball courts are behind these tennis courts. Resort style pool. This is your 5-star restaurant, but you do have your fitness center, and it has a salon and spa in here as well. So yeah, I'm glad we got these pictures. Pickleball courts over here, these are the ones, like I said, behind the tennis courts. Look how beautiful that golf course is, if anybody's a golfer out there. Look, better view of your lap pool. There's your swimming pool with a couple of shades stretched over the pool itself, too. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about when I say it's like a private country club. Good job to whoever did these drone shots. Look how beautiful that is. So that's the restaurant over here. Billiard room, media room. There's your fitness center. Smith machine, they call it. Spin class. Here's your spa and salon. I guess I wasn't going to go through all 70, but it looks like I'm starting to do that. So this is the little bar. So they have a little sitting area you can watch sports from. That's the restaurant. Over here on this wall over here, this is where people store their own private source of liqueur. So yeah, it's a very pretty place for sure. And there's our house we were talking about. So this home is 2,290 square feet living area over here. Listing price $213.93 a square foot. Very close to the World Equestrian Center. When are we getting the World Equestrian Center up, sir?
Should be this week.
That'll be a nice Christmas present for everybody. I'm an after Christian to get that World Equestrian Center. So there you go. There is Ocala Preserve. Little treat for you. Where's the best place to buy used golf carts? Brian, I would probably tell you Talk of the Villages. So just think of all the people that are in the villages, and everybody sells practically everything on Talk of the Villages. That's where I go, Brian, to get me a good deal on a golf cart.
And Facebook Marketplace. When we sold that one golf cart, that's where we were able to sell it.
So Christian's telling us that we sold. Oh, we had one of our customers that wanted us. We do everything here, right? We do it. We do it all. We get your home renovated. We sell your furniture for you. We sell. We'll pressure wash it for you. We'll make repairs, and we'll sell your golf cart. And the golf cart that we sold we sold it on Facebook Marketplace. So there you go. Two sources, Brian. Talk of the Villages or Facebook Marketplace. Ira, do you know if it's still a 6-month wait for a new golf cart? I don't know, Kevin. I guess that's. I know I said we sold golf carts, but not sure how long. I mean, look, there are golf cart stores from the villages all the way to Bellevue, all the way into Ocala, right along 441 and 27. So if you can't find a golf cart in one of those places, I don't know what to tell you, Kevin. You will find a new golf cart, for sure. Now, I guess you can order one too, and that I don't know. So look at Kevin. He's trying to beat out my buddy Joe here. Karen and I are taking you and your wife out to dinner next time we go to the villages for everything you did for us. So thank you, Kevin, so much. That's very nice of you. Like I said, what I said about all this stuff, that wasn't just to encourage everybody to do that. I mean, that was unexpected. And I thought it was noteworthy and needed to be recognized, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a great little...
Community and preserve as well, right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, our video came out April is when we released it of this year.
Of this?
Mm-hmm.
So, Christian said our video of Shay, well, this is Ocala Preserve. I mean, Shay Homes. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Shay Homes at Ocala Preserve Club and Community Maps. So we actually got a brochure packet. And if any of y'all are interested, we can probably reach out to somebody over there and get you sent one of these packets. Like I said, there's two developers out there. There's D.R. Horton, and then there's Shay Homes. And we can, here's something you might be interested in. Let's see. Membership in HOA made simple. It doesn't look so simple to me. So $424.66 a month. So actually it is. So if you want to know what your HOA fee is, it's $424.66 a month. So what does that pay for? Okay. Monthly resort collection sub membership. $39.11. Monthly bulk services, $142.68. monthly management assessment, 107. I don't know what that means. Monthly recreation assessment. So that's your recreation fee, like the villages. I don't know if any of you saw my video on the HOA fees. What was the name of that video?
It was like HOA comparisons. Let me find it.
So we did an HOA comparison to the plantation, Brian, the villages, Spruce Creek, Stonecrest, on top of the world, Stone Creek.
It's called HOA comparisons around the villages area, and it was published in June.
So we published that in June, HOA comparisons
around the villages area.
Around the villages area. So it hits those plantation. I don't think we did Arlington Ridge. I think plantation, the villages, Spruce Creek, Stonecrest, Stone Creek, and on top of the world, I believe. When you add them all together, I think this $424.66 that this HOA fee here is, that's about what you pay to the villages. If you add up the bond, the maintenance fee, the fitness center membership that the villages has, their CDD amenity fee. So we added all that up, and it came up to be about the same. I do know that, let's see, green fees. Okay, all that other stuff is about the golf course. But this was a Tom Lehman designed golf course, by the way. I'm pretty so it says monthly recreation month, and then it says monthly bulk services. I'm pretty sure in that monthly bulk services offers internet. So.
What about like trash?
Oh. So in that fee also is front and rear yard maintenance and irrigation, multi-surface trail systems, private streets, common area maintenance, multiple parks in around there. Also, there's just a number of stuff, but one of the things I think kind of stands out is the internet. And I don't know how much internet you get. Let's see. I don't see where it tells us. Okay. Doesn't really say how much internet you get. I'm sure it probably says something like that in this packet. That was just an overview. We won't go through it tonight, but it does have floor plans and stuff like that. I do want to remind everybody when we talk about these communities, these new home communities, to give me a chance to reach out to the new home sales office before you do, or else they're not going to let me work with you if you decide to go ahead and buy a new home there. So, so just, beware of that. If you feel like you're good, you want to go alone, go at it alone. Like I was telling these people today, I said, because he said, Ira, I saw your video. I know not to get a hold of any of the sales offices before I contact you, and I let you do it. And I said, yeah, really, you're kind of, getting me for free. It's like those developments are paying my fee for working with you. And so you're not, I don't get paid from the buyer. I get paid from the seller. And so it's a free deal. So why not? Why not have me for free and let me help you with my experience. So I'm here for you. I'm going to meet Belle on Wednesday. And we're going to kind of go, before she goes into the design center, I'm going to meet with her. We're going to talk about different options. We're going to go in the models. We're going to do all kind of really neat things before she even goes into the design center. I'm going to give her a lot of things to think about before she goes and starts picking out the features for her home, such as light switch placement. I think that's really important. A lot of times I'll walk through these models and you'll walk out of your master bedroom and you want to go over to the kitchen and there's no light switch from your master bedroom to light up under cabinet lightings, pendulum lightings for your kitchen, some kind of low light situation, so you at least you can flick on a switch and have the lights come on in the kitchen instead of going through the dark from your bedroom over to the kitchen. Just, small things like that. We talk about whether to do a knee wall, spend the money on a knee wall in your lanai. So just little things like that. So thank you, Kevin, for that compliment, and Jacqueline as well. We already talked about that. Look up this house. There's a lot of housing on the water for little money. So you know what? I'm going to do that for everybody. First of all, Brian, let's do this. 3744 Mulberry Grove. 3744. Let's go back and see if I can't pull that up for everybody. How's that? $37.44. There it is. So, if y'all want to see what Brian's talking about, this is this home across the street from him for $320,000. It says it's a 2-2, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It is a 2006, 1,836 square feet living area. There you go. So what does this house look like across the street from Brian's? This is what it looks like. So they have the little landscape walls there. All right. I just have to say one thing, Brian. And, if you could relay this to your neighbor. I'm really kind of surprised the realtor who listed this home took these pictures. This driveway really needed to be pressure washed. Why would you not, if you're going to have this home on the internet, and not have the driveway pressure washed for as little money as it takes? I don't get it. And not only that, let's go back just a second. See these little walls? These little walls need to be pressure washed as well. Something as little as that. And I just pressure washed my whole pool deck yesterday. I pressure washed my whole garage. I've got a 3-car garage. I pressure washed that yesterday. I used bleach on my pool deck. Comes up spick and span. You go and wet these, spray some bleach on there. It does not kill the grass. Spray some bleach on there. I mean, it'd be amazed. That just doesn't look good. But that's not to say that the home doesn't look good. But even the roof, you can have pressure washed to where it'll look like a new roof. Anyways, there you go. Pressure washing. Oh gosh. Brian, talk to your neighbor, please. Tell them, get new pictures, pressure wash, and get new pictures. And you'll find, let me look at something. So look, this home's been on the market 42 days. There is no reason that this home should be on the market 42 days other than it's either priced too high or the pictures look horrible, and we know the pictures look horrible. So I'm sorry, that's just something I have to point out and say to your neighbor to help them out. Get that home pressure washed, and they'll probably sell it. All right, so let's see. Let's go back again. You can kind of see it just doesn't look like, something you'd want to put on the internet. Nice backyard, nice home inside. This is cultured marble. Built-in shelves. Nice tile floors. Double sinks, cultured marble as well. So it's a nice home. Not really, there we go. Finally got to the kitchen. That's another thing I do when I list a home. Everything comes off the refrigerator. All that needs to be gone to get a nice clean shot of this. Let's see. So granite countertops, which is nice. These are a upgraded cabinet. Nice washer and dryer. All right, so there you go. Brian, don't kill me. Hopefully I can help your buddy out. I get it, but Brian, Doug, Doug. Let me tell you something. My back hurts so bad from all that pressure washing I did at my own house. Anyways, how's it going, Doug? Thank you for joining us this evening. Appreciate it. I just met Doug not too long ago, and we had a nice little chat. So thank you for stopping in and seeing me, Doug. But, here's the thing. And Brian, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you'll know this is the truth. I would be out there pressure washing that driveway myself, if that's what it took. If the couple passed away and the kids entrusted me to list their home, and they didn't want to do it, I'd either pay to have it done. $100 maybe. What's $100 out of how much commission that this real estate agent is going to make? Really? You know what I mean? Even if it's $200. I know if you pressure wash the roof, okay, that's going to be some. I think I've had that done not too long ago. That was $350. So let's say outside $500 to pressure wash the whole house, the driveway, the roof, everything to get this thing sold. That's what I do. That's me. That's what I do. If I didn't do it if I didn't physically do the pressure washing myself, which I'm sure many of you have seen me out there doing. I was over in Kevin knows. I was in Kevin's house that he entrusted to me, out there hooking up making some repairs, hooking up the gas lines, because Kevin listened to me. We went ahead and took all the carpet out of the house, right, Kevin? And put in LVP, luxury vinyl planking. But the people who put the LVP in, they took the appliances out, they unhooked them, they took them out, they put them back in, but they didn't hook them back up. Because I have a sniffer, a gas sniffer, I can, as a home inspector, I have all kind of equipment to be a home inspector. One of them is a natural gas sniffer. So I went ahead and I made sure that I took the right gas Teflon tape, put it around there, put it back on, made sure it wasn't leaking, replaced some light bulbs, replaced some air filters, did what you have to do, right, to help the customer along. You don't just snap away and then expect the best. It just doesn't work that way. So, oh yeah, that's right, Jerry. I did do a video for Kevin. Did we put that live for Kevin?
I don't know about Kevin specifically, but we've done a lot of your...
Kevin Jacks?
What was the property?
Oh gosh. Kevin, what was the property? God. See, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, I go by property names, not people, so it's harder.
Yeah. But thanks Doug, by the way, before so I don't get too far ahead of us. Merry Christmas to you as well. So yeah, that air filter was bad, boy. Oof. Very bad renters. Yeah, I guess I did. I guess I did put that. Okay, price place. That's right. So yeah, I mean, you do what you have to do, right? I mean, trust me. I mean, there's real estate agents who just do the minimum, and then I don't know. I can get on a rant about some of these realtors. But to me, it's all about customer service, right? I was telling somebody that was on my team, I said, look, if you're in it for yourself, you are just not going to be successful. You have to be in it for the customer. Don't sit there and try to figure out how you can make the most amount of money. You're just not going to be a success that way. So, anyways, Nightingale, where have you been? You're kind of coming in. I think you were late last time, weren't you? Anyways, so we've had a good little chat. I don't know, does anybody else want to talk about anything right now? Because I am here and I'm probably not going to see you again until next year, right? Although that's only a couple weeks away. So I do plan on doing it every 2 weeks. Busy getting the house ready to sell, doing some upgrades. All right, well then I'm not going to give you too hard of a time then. And I know that's awful rough during the holidays too. So, anyways. What else can we talk about? Waiting for Christian to get back in here. I'm going to eat some of this buttered toffee that Joe sent to me. This is my dinner, by the way. Because all I do all day long is just drink those protein shakes. Well, thank you, Joe. All right. Feel like we live at Home Depot. Isn't that the truth? All righty. So, Nightingale, I don't want to cut you off too quick, so I'm going to hang around here for a little bit. That was at 2525 Price Place.
Okay.
And Alabama and Michigan. What's that all about? Oh. Okay, Kevin. I kind of think there's going to be a rematch. You know what the rematch is, Kevin? Alabama and Georgia. That's my prediction. There's going to be the ultimate rematch, and we're going to see what happens.
The home repairs was done for Price Place. It was published August 30th, or 20th, sorry.
August 20th.
Mhm.
So they can go and
And it's called Taking Care of Home Repairs, what I do for
taking care of business.
my listings.
Are you, good question, doo-wop lover. Are you able to make interior modifications for ADA on new builds? So here's what I'll tell you about that. They're pretty much all ADA approved anyways. I'm just reading Kevin's post. I really think that where they need to be, like in the bathrooms, have 3-foot wide doorways so you can get a wheelchair in there. I think they're pretty much ADA. Now, if you're talking about handles and grips and stuff like that, that's all aftermarket stuff. I really don't think that they're going to make any modifications or changes for you in these new home builds. And I don't know if you're talking about the Villages on top of the world or Stone Creek, wherever. But but most of those ADA modifications are they just meet the criteria. So that's why I think a lot of them, if you want extra hand grips, like in the toilet area or in the shower or bathtub, then I think all that's going to have to be aftermarket stuff. Sorry. Got a popcorn down my hung up in my throat. So Kevin, I was born in Miami. And I am not going back to Miami, my friend. I refused. I grew up my whole life down there, and I just have an aversion to going back down there because too crowded for me. Been there and done that. So, anyways, I'll be watching it on the big screen. So you're referring to a 5-foot turnaround space in the bathrooms. They will not. No, they won't make any modifications like that. And I don't know if that's required, but you're right. You're right, Nightingale. But anyways, I'm almost 100% sure they won't make any of those modifications for a 5-foot turnaround in a bathroom. Now, I guess there are some floor plans, and that's probably how they're going to get away with it. Like, I think the Whispering Pine has a pretty big open space in their floor plan, and they're probably just going to say, well, just go with the Whispering Pine or whatever. So, let me think of some other... Jasmine's kind of tight. The Bougainvillea's tight. I think you can get away with it with the gardenia. So they do have some floor plans that will meet that, and so that's probably what they're going to tell you. Hey, you need to go with one of those floor plans where they already have the space. So hopefully that helps, but yeah, they don't do modifications like that anymore. Used to be able to when I worked there, when I started in 2000. I think I drove them crazy. I might be the reason why they don't do it anymore is because I went in there with my contractor experience and I talked my customers into doing all kind of different modifications, moving walls and putting in fireplaces and stretching the home this way and that way, and we just got pretty crazy. I know I took a cypress floor plan one time, and we built the lanai out to the side because we were on a corner, and so we gave them a side lanai rather than a back lanai. We moved the dining room from where it was to where the lanai was in the back. We did all kind. some of the things I came up with was pretty wild, but it worked. And it was in the best interest of the lot itself. And that's what we did was we maximized what that lot could handle. I did a, oh my gosh, I did a lantana that was totally, completely, we took the kitchen and put it in a entirely different part of the house. That was crazy too because of the lot. Anyways, they don't do that anymore. So my wife and I just wanted to go to a college football playoff game in Miami. That's on my bucket list. So you can just check that off, Kevin. And then let me know how Miami was, because that's probably never going to be on your bucket list again once you go down and experience that place. That's pretty crazy. Nightingale says, I stayed in a Newport in Charlotte, modest courtyard villa. My lifestyle visit, and the master bath is pretty large in those models. Don't know about a 5-foot turnaround. A Newport. Not sure if I'm familiar with the Newport. I know the Charlotte. That's interesting. Anyways, I'm not real up on the brand new model names because I don't sell new models. I only sell the pre-owned homes.
Courtyard Villa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a Newport?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, must be pretty new. Either that or they just changed the name on one that they already had.
Style of it.
Is it a 3? Yeah, 3-bedroom. Interesting. I don't.
Yeah, 2,140 square feet, 1515 living area.
1515?
Mm-hmm. And it's called a bungalow villa.
A bungalow. All right, she says it is a new model and the one we want to buy. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
3 beds, 2 baths, 1 car, and 1 golf cart garage.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of online of the, what's the name of those? You know, I hate doing these things so late at night. My brain's pretty well shut down. So once the night starts getting on, it's a wood version of the Auburndale. Okay, I got you now. So I know the Auburndale floor plan. Just haven't heard of the Newport. Cool. All right, so 7:30, my lovely people. Thank you again so much for attending our Monday Night Live. Thank you for all your questions too. That really helps kind of move things along. I'm really happy. Oh, you know what? Before we leave, Brian, are you still here, Brian? Or did you leave me? Brian told us about another home here, and I wanted to go to that one before we leave. Oh, here it is, 5300 Astor Street. So let me kind of go to 5300 Astor, right? Criteria. Let's see if I can pull that up, Brian. Hopefully you haven't left me yet.
No, he's here.
Oh, cool. All right, 5300 Astor, right there, in the plantation, for $259,900, with views of the water. Ooh, 1,328 square feet, 9 days on the market, a 2001, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, in the village of the plantation. Looks like it's on a cul-de-sac too. Nice little front porch. I love it. And look at that water view. Isn't that awesome? There's a lot of water in the plantation, I can tell you. So that's a cute little bungalow. Kind of stretched garage over here on this side. Gives you some extra room, you can see. And there's your water view from the front porch. See what it gives us inside. Nice, kind of like a villa almost, right? Wonder what's behind that wall. Probably the kitchen. So it must not be an open. Ooh, look at that. Granite, raised panel cabinets, crown molding, stainless steel appliances. That's a nice home. I like it. Yeah, so that's that wall we were talking about. Oops. Let's go back. Let's check it out. All right. Vaulted ceilings. Looks like LVP flooring. Built-ins. Ooh, that little wide angle lens kind of give you a little bend in the flooring there. That's a fisheye lens doing that. Rather than a wide angle lens, they're using a fisheye. Nice little walk-in shower. Subway tile, they call it. Nice closet organizers. Loved it. Dang, that's a nice one, Brian. You're the man. So here's your lanai in the back, and then a beautiful view of the water there. Got your wildlife. Catch and release fishing. That's great. All right, one thing they didn't really kind of show us, which I can show us. We're going to view the map. Let's take a little bird's eye view here. All right, so let's kind of zoom on down, get a little better. Wow, look at the size of that yard in the back. So look how deep this home site is. Look how far away you are. Look at these home sites. Could definitely put a pool back there if you wanted to. So see how nice these are? I mean, you don't really, on Astor. Yeah, there's that cul-de-sac. Look how long that driveway is. But they had to push it back that long because to get within your setbacks. Yeah, they couldn't. They had to push it all the way back there, which kind of shortened up your back. But this home's kind of nice because it's all open back there. But holy cow, I think I would really emphasize that lot in my marketing of this home. But there's your view as well of the lake. So nice home for what? $259,700. Wow. So here's a question. It says on market date 11/11/2021. See that right there? How do you get 9 days on the market when it was listed on November 11th? Now, if you had December 11th, you get 20 days. So I think there's a little typo in there. And then Santa Claus is Jerry Claus is the one that listed it, but it says on the market 11/11. Anyways, the listing agent is the owner. It's vacant, ready to show, ready to go. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Here it is. HOA fee 105. Does everybody see that? HOA fee 105. That is incredibly low for what you get in this community. So those of you on a tight budget, there you go. This is the place. So thank you, Brian, for bringing all of this to our attention. We really appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Kevin, good night, buddy. I'm sure I'll be talking to you before the holidays, but thank you for joining. Nightingale, thank you so much for attending. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you, Brian, and Merry Christmas to all of you. I really appreciate you attending tonight. And like I said, happy holidays, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and I look forward to seeing all of you next year. Okay? So January 3rd seems to be our next date, and Jerry thinks Christian as well, as I think Christian.
Thank you, Jerry.
That's my right-hand man. I couldn't do it without Christian. All right, y'all. We will see you next year on Monday Night Live. Y'all stay safe. Have a wonderful, happy holidays. Enjoy yourselves with you and your loved ones. And we'll see you soon.